Testing. Sing one. Broadcasting to you live from his studio in New Jersey, originally from the great city of Toronto.
Welcome to another edition of the DJ Staples 93 Roundtable, live on Twitch with your host, DJ Staples 93.
Also featuring Juno Award winner and superstar, Simone Denny, Impressions DJ Dan, and DJ George Andrew, featuring Ryan, aka Captain Jack Tastic.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, live on Twitch. DJ Staples 93 Roundtable.
Dun, dun, tender love. Dun, 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 tender love. Dun, 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 tender love.
All that singing, and he doesn't get the girl at the end. What the hell?
Well, they just don't show you that part of the video where
That would make for
where
a
he
whole.
gets the girl.
That's a whole different kind of video to begin with.
I see.
That's the video where the music starts out like bounce, chicka, bounce, bounce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's up, everyone?
Hey.
What's today's date? Today is Monday, February the 10th. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Valentine's Day.
Valentine's.
It's Valentine's with an M or with an N? Is it Pam or Pan? Pam.
Should be with an M. If it's with an N, they're wrong.
Yeah. Valentine's Day edition of the DJ Staples 93 Roundtable, of course, sponsored by none other than Euro Express. Rachel watching under Blondie Cat username today, I think. So appreciate you for being here. Thank you for your sponsorship. Sponsorship. I can't say it. Sound like an old man with dentures. What's up, Nana Girl? Ryan.
You look like
yeah, thanks, guy. Ryan and Danny Boy. It's nice to see you.
You as well, fellas.
Always a pleasure. Simone's busy. She's got some stuff going on, so she's not going to be able to join us this evening. But
Is she singing at a basketball game again?
No, but did you see her singing at the halftime show, guy?
Yeah.
How did you get that? How did you record that?
Me?
Normally they don't show that on air, right? How did you get that?
I was watching on a website that I tend to watch a lot of Toronto sporting events on. I'll share it offline if you want it one day. Well, you get the pleasure of watching them live.
And they show like things like
they
that,
showed
like
the whole thing. They showed the intermission. They showed everything.
Wow.
But the thing is this, it was whatever station it was on in Toronto is the broadcast that I was streaming. So whatever the station itself was showing, that's what I got. It wasn't because, special website kind of thing.
First of all, so everybody understands the context of what we're talking about here. Again, Simone had the honor and privilege of performing at the halftime show last week at the Toronto Raptors game. I believe it was on Wednesday, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, on Wednesday. So she was the halftime performer at the Toronto Raptors, which is actually really, really cool because she did absolutely fantastic. I saw some clips and highlights of it. So shout out to Simone. She did incredible. Absolutely incredible. And I mean, better than the other halftime show. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do we want to talk? Did anybody?
No,
wait.
Simone's was like.
Yeah, Simone's was killer. Like she nailed it. And it was like a nice little medley of all of her jams and stuff. But did anybody watch the Super Bowl?
The Super Cup?
Definitely did.
The Super Cup? The Super World Grey Cup Bowl?
I definitely did.
I did.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to see a lot of the halftime because I went to somebody's party for the Super Bowl and I won't even get into why. But we all know Kendrick Lamar was the halftime show. Kind of a snooze fest from what I'm hearing, the majority.
The
halftime show, I was rooting for the Eagles. So I was happy about the score.
Sorry, it's just my nutcracker because, Mahomes.
Oh, yeah.
Got crushed.
He got killed.
He sure did.
Chris119 says he had it on TV, but he wasn't watching too closely. Lexi says she didn't miss much. She didn't watch the sports ball at all, or Margarita Mel did not. Not a girl. She saw the Raptors game from 2 months ago. All right, cool. Appreciate you being here. So Kendrick Lamar performed at the halftime show. We all know that he's got beef with Aubrey O'Day, otherwise known as Drake, right? And it was a bit of a snooze fest. I mean, this guy's coming off a Grammy win, great this, great that, won this, won that. But it was a bit of a snooze fest for a halftime show. Funny enough,
if you look back at any of the halftime shows from the past 20 years,
Aubrey
hands
Graham,
down, this
whatever.
was like the worst one of them
The
all.
worst one, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know Graham O'Day, whatever his like. Aubrey O'Day, wasn't she in Danny Kane? My bad. Something. I don't care. But
anyways.
Yeah. So it was just boring. Even in talking with Stacy, she's like, it was just kind of like, there was no like energy to it.
Yeah.
Mind
agree.
you, calling my 16-year-old on the phone as it was happening, she was very excited that SZA came out with Kendrick. She's like, I knew it. Right. She's like,
Can I be honest?
Can I be
honest? I think SZA would have been a much better performer had she performed on her own. She's way better music and everything. I personally think.
I think what maybe we're seeing it through a different perspective because I think there's a lot of storytelling going on in that show that we may not have the optics to see, if you get my meaning. And this still doesn't make it entertaining. I think it was kind of boring. And a guy rapping for 20 minutes or so. They need something else going on, so that's why they had all those dancers, some set changes and things like that. And I guess there was some messaging about Black Americans, African Americans, and so, which is great. But at the end of the day, I think the halftime show matched the game itself, which was terrifically boring, I thought.
Yeah.
I thought the game was incredible. Are you kidding me?
I was excited for the Eagles.
Amazing.
I personally was excited for the Eagles because as a New York Giants fan, Saquon Barkley was a running back for the Giants, and they were dumb to keep the quarterback and get rid of Saquon. And here he is showing how great he is and winning a Super Bowl on his birthday, no less. And he's just a quality guy. Yeah. He's grounded. He's got a great wife and kids, and he deserves it. He deserves all the good stuff coming to him. So I was excited for him to win. What was I going to say? Oh, the cool thing about the halftime show, I read on the interweb, somebody posted it, that a sky photo, like an aerial version of the photo, was taken of the halftime show, and everything was actually in the shape of a PlayStation game controller. Did you know that?
Oh, really? No, I did
Heard
not
about
know
that.
I don't remember seeing any overhead shots like that. That's a funny
cool.
Comment, by the way, Lucky.
Taylor did not win. Her boyfriend did not look too happy. They only showed. I counted once. They only panned over to Taylor in the stands once. So that was interesting. I thought there'd be more than that. Bradley Cooper.
I thought it was twice. Once at the very beginning before the game even started, and then once in the first quarter or something.
Right. Bradley Cooper introduced the Eagles to the field, and
that was awesome.
Yeah, that was cool. And then the other guy, what's his name? Good-looking dude was in suits. I forget his name.
Ham? Was it John Hamm?
John Hamm. Thank you.
Yeah.
He introduced the Thank you. Yeah, and he introduced the Kansas City Chiefs. That was kind of cool to have a little bit of celebrity power doing that. So that was that.
And a few celebrities in the crowd as well.
A little bit.
Surprised, actually. The interesting thing is Donald Trump was there, and they said he was the first president ever, first acting president to be
really
go to a Super Bowl. Yeah.
Yeah,
that seems strange. Well, it was nice to see. I don't know if you ever saw those. Speaking of Donald Trump, he hasn't been in the news at all, but I think it was his defense secretary or someone had said he doesn't think that Donald Trump has plans to invade Canada. He doesn't.
Oh, thank God. He doesn't think.
They're not going to invade. They're just going to buy us out. Anyways, let's move on.
Not a chance.
Can I tell you how many Americans have asked me in recent weeks or made the comment about Canada being the 51st state? I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm here. I'm good. Like, let's do it. Come on over. Open the borders. All the Canadians, just come on in for free. I don't care. Let's go. Bring me some Kraft peanut butter. Let's make it happen.
We're good.
What is the average? I know talking to Lucky Lashes and Renee J. Mods on my channel, how they feel about, as they call the Cheeto. But what the average Americans and maybe those in the chat, do they like the idea of us becoming a state? Do they not care because they don't really think about Canada too much? So so much going on in the States. Just
I mean, the Americans that I'm surrounded with, I don't think they really put much thought into it. And if it ever comes up in the news, I think their only thought is, oh, I gotta go bust Bradley's balls about this. Like I don't think Americans, for the most part, that I've come across, care.
Right. I question this here, and we're going to tie it back in because don't want to steer off two directions. But if Canada and the U.S. merged, I don't care how it happens, what happens, whatever. Anyways, let's just say they merge. If they merged, does that mean that there would be no more CFL, that the Toronto Argonauts would become part of the NFL, or would they keep two different connections that way?
Let's hope that it keeps separately because CFL stinks. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. CFL 3 downs.
CFL stinks, but wouldn't it be great to just throw all those teams onto the NFL?
We have that in the States. It's now called the UFL, which used to be the USFL and some other crappy football league, and then they put them together. And The Rock foots the bill for that. Now it's called UFL, the United Football League. So we already have that down here.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how you can say terrible things about the CFL. We have like 6 teams, and for a while we had 2 of those teams the same name, the Rough Riders or something.
Yeah.
Well, fuck. Right.
Fun fact: I knew a girl in Scarborough growing up. Her nickname was the Rough Rider, but yeah. Wah, 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 wah. Disco Vinny's shaking his head in disappointment. You know how I know that? Because he's going to be part So listen, coming up in just a short time, maybe 8 minutes, give or take, we are going to do our version of the Not So Newlywed Game with myself. My better half, Stacy, is going to come on. So you've heard me talk about her. You've seen her in the chat. She's going to be here. Get to see her on camera, talk to her. But not only that, the highlight for me, aside from working with you two fine gentlemen each week, is to have on the show after quite some time the one and the only Disco Vinny. He's going to be on here with his husband John, and he's no longer living in these United States. Actually, he's moved to the Caribbean or the Caribbean, depending on where you're from.
Really?
Yes, sir. Yes,
I
sir.
didn't know that.
Is that wrong? No.
He's
Sorry.
shaking his head no. First of all, it's so good to see him down there because I haven't seen Disco Vinny in a long time. So
I know. It's going to be very exciting to have him in here. It's going to be exciting to have his other half. And so I'm very excited about that.
He's saying no. Bluebees is saying what? Everybody's confused. Dude, are you starting rumors? Are you spreading rumors that are just completely false?
About
you know
what?
We'll ask him later when he comes in. It's okay.
Yeah.
About him moving.
I think he's just ill-informed. Maybe he does about research, the amount of research on stuff that I do for Caps High Five.
I don't think
very little.
Staples is not ill-informed. He's just ill.
I'd be ill. And what's up, Sam? Is Jay watching in the good old Aussie land where it's Tuesday, I think, in the afternoon for him right now. So shout out to you, my friend.
Tuesday in August.
Tuesday. Yeah. But no, he did. He moved. These I know is to be facts. My bad. Puerto Vallarta is where he moved to. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. No honeycomb.
Give a rundown in the chat. We haven't even done that yet.
Yeah. Let's do a rundown in the chat. See who's here joining us right now for the Valentine's Day edition of our show. Pretty excited to have our guests join us. In the chat right now, we got, let's see, of course, we got Chris and Love Bunny moderating for us. So thank you to them. Always for the help. We got Bluebees here. We got Retro Mix Toronto lurking in the background. Good to see you, buddy. Disco Vinny, of course, is watching in the back. Lucky Lashes, Lexi, of course, and none other than Euro Express show sponsor. So appreciate you being here. Margarita Mel's here. Good to see you. Enlightened, Not a Girl BC, Sam is J in Aussie land. Virgil is here as well. And if I forgot anybody, my bad. Thank you though for being here.
Not a Girl BC. I think you mentioned her earlier though.
Yep. She's in the mix. Cool. So I'm pretty psyched to do our little thing. And then George, of course, George will be here in a little bit, showing off his backside. And of course, Captain doing what Cap does best, doing what is that little segment that you do, Ryan? What do you call that?
Oh, I think what he's
talking about,
what you might be possibly referring to.
Caps High Five.
Yeah. Caps High Five. That's it. So a lot of production value in the show.
Yep.
So we're just waiting to get things started. Going to be a lot of fun. Dan, do you want to kind of tell people what the premise of the Not So Newlywed Game is going to be?
Essentially, the premise is just to see how much I can piss people off with questions that everybody's going to come after me afterwards and say, why did you ask this? Why did you ask that? And then I'm just going to get in shit for it all. That's pretty much the premise of it. Mm-hmm. The true premise of it is actually just to see between two couples how well those couples know each other. And it's going to be interesting to see with some just very basic questions.
I just hope that you use the word whoopee as much as possibly.
Not at all. Not once am I going to use it because I got in trouble last time.
Bob Newhart used to. Was that his name? Bob Newhart? No, it was a different guy. Bob Eubanks.
Bob
Eubanks was the
Yeah. Right. Bob Eubanks. And I get confused with the Newlywed Game and then the dating game.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I was always given the wrong.
It's always the dating game, which leads to the Newlywed Game.
You would hope, right?
Yeah.
And we talked. Did we talk online last week about that? The movie about the dating game.
I think we talked about it offline. We were talking. You mentioned something about it. I wasn't listening.
Great movie on the Instagram on the Netflix about. I don't even remember. I don't even care anymore. All right, so let's do this. Dan, how would you like to proceed? Since Dan is going to be our MC and.
I don't know. First of all, are we ready to go? I just want to double check with everybody in the background, everybody who's backstage there. Just give me a thumbs up if you're all ready, the three of you backstage there, if you're good to go.
John, can we get it? Vinny's giving us a double thumbs up.
A double thumbs up.
I'm shocked Stacy didn't just give you the finger, to be honest with you. It's coming. That's it. Smoke on cam. That's hot. All right. So, I guess are you guys ready? Are you ready to do this?
I think we're ready to do it.
All right. Let's.
I say let's do it up.
All right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Now presenting to you the DJ Staples Roundtable version of the Newlywed Game. All right. So, how do you want to do this, Dan? We want to introduce our contestants.
Well, first of all, what's
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
what happened to that part of it? What happened to that part?
What am I friggin'?
And I didn't know that's how it was. I didn't know that's what was happening.
I fixed it for you.
Oh,
There we go.
There we go.
Spanish filet.
Now we're official.
Now we're official. Now we are official. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Newlywed Game presented by the one and only Euro Express. Thanks for all joining right now. We are ready to play and have a great time. Welcome, guests. Welcome. I'm just going to rearrange everybody so we know who's where.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go.
Look at that. Hi,
First
guys.
of all, welcome, guests. How are you all doing?
Good.
I'm going to introduce everybody, of course. We're going to start off over here to the top right corner, contestant number one or couple number one. We have DJ Staples and his better half, Stacy, down here.
Hi.
Welcome, Stace. How are you doing?
Hi, Stacy. Nice to see you.
Hi.
Nice. Long time no see. How you doing?
How you doing?
I love it. Is she high? No.
No,
Give her time. Give her time.
it's offensive. That's offensive.
I'm joking. Then over to my other side, all the way from Puerto Vallarta, from what I understand, no longer from Seattle. So you moved. You're no longer in Seattle.
That's right.
I did not know that. Congratulations on the move. So we have our good friend Disco Vinny along with his husband John. Welcome, John. How you doing?
Thanks. Very good.
Good to see you too as well. Good to see you.
With that, wait, can I just say one thing before, because Dan's being very official and very whatever. John, I want to say thank you for being here. And you too, Vinny. I've missed you. I haven't seen you, Vinny, in so long streaming.
So cute.
Last time I saw
cute.
you was like in person at a summer. Was it 2 summers ago at this point?
Pretty much.
Okay. And
Pretty
John, I've heard a ton of great stuff about you. Your beard is fantastic.
Hot.
And,
Oh,
and
thanks.
yeah, I love the background. Anyway, I'm just glad you guys are both here. I appreciate you joining in for real.
I miss you, Brad, but I miss Stacy more.
Yeah, it's
Amazing.
story of my life. It's all good. I get it. Yeah, she's way hotter than
This
me.
is live, by the way. We're kind of missing the
Way
sunset.
hotter.
Oh,
Ooh.
Oh my
it's
God, that's
beautiful.
incredible.
I
Check
thought
that.
was fake. It's beautiful.
That's Puerto Vallarta, ladies and gentlemen. There you
You
go.
must
A
hate
little
it.
bit over to the right for the water. Show the water a little bit over.
It's kind of dark now, but it's over there
That's
somewhere.
beautiful, though.
There
Out
it
there.
is. The whole bay is out there.
Wow.
What's the temperature there?
You don't want to know.
74 right now, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you would say like 69, but 74 is not bad either.
Yeah,
must
it's
be
pretty
horrible
nice.
for you.
We're lucky
Yeah.
if it gets to 69.
I'm sitting
happy for you
outside
guys.
right now.
Congratulations on retirement and moving out there. I really am genuinely happy for you guys. That's great.
Thanks.
Yeah. Very good.
Anyway, all right, and gentlemen, ladies, of course, Ryan, Captain Jack Tastic in the small square on the bottom. We don't want to leave him out. He streams each week as well during the week, Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, all that good stuff. So,
Thank you very much. Nice to meet everybody, and good luck to you all.
all right, Dan, you ready? Whatever, you're the MC right now. You're the man in charge.
I am ready. I am ready. So Captain Jack Tastic is going to take score for us during these questions. We're going to ask you a question. The way it's going to work is I'll ask you a question. We're going to start with the top half who's going to answer about the bottom, and then vice versa. So I'll ask you a question. You're going to write down your answers. Do not say your answers out loud. Write down your answer. Once you have your answer written down, just hold up your card in front so we can see that you're ready to go. And then we're going to see if you can get a match. And if you get a match, we'll give you a point. All right.
Big prizes.
Big prizes coming up here. So
Are
we're going to start things off with a couple of questions here. We'll see how this goes. Last time we did this, I was I was attacked. I was attacked because they're like, you can't ask questions like that. You have to be civil and everything. So
Well, you asked some very
listen,
specific.
I didn't ask
textual
specific. There's
questions.
nothing specific nothing that they've never asked before on the real Newlywed Game. So,
Disco
but
Vinny,
I'll-
you can be inappropriate.
what's
Please.
that?
It's Disco Vinny. You can be inappropriate. Bring
See,
it on.
but that's what
Yes,
I figure. I
yes.
know how Disco Vinny is. He's good. So he's good.
Yeah, with that, my husband left. See?
I gotta turn some lights on.
Okay, bye.
You went and turn the light on. That's perfect.
Sorry, it's getting
Because
dark.
it's getting dark. It's getting dark there. All right.
There we go.
So let's move on because before it gets too dark there. All right. We're gonna ask first question. So this is gonna be a question for Staples and John. We're gonna ask it. You're gonna write it down.
Okay.
What would you say? What traffic sign best describes Stacy or Vinny? What traffic sign best describes your spouse on a bad day? On a bad day.
On a bad day.
On a bad day.
Oh, on a bad
right?
day.
That's
On a
different.
bad day.
Can we curse?
You're gonna write it down once you have your answers.
There's no traffic signs that have a curse on them.
No, they do when I write them down.
So, John, Brad, make sure you write your answers down. Once you have your answers down, just give me a thumbs up. Let me know when your answers.
Oh, Vinny Vegas is here. Yo yo.
How much
going on?
time do we have?
I know I was gonna put a timer. I was gonna put like 3 seconds. Well, 30 seconds maybe. But... Traffic sign that best describes your spouse on a bad day.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
You ready to go, Staples?
Yeah.
All right. John, you ready to go?
Are you writing a book? What are you doing?
He's writing
No.
in Spanish
He's
and English.
he's writing the
Yeah, he's writing it. He
The
does
whole-
Spanish.
driver's manual
Got
with
it.
all that. All right, so Stacy, we're going to
Okay.
start with you. What do you think,
Okay.
Stacy? What do you think Staples wrote down? What traffic sign on a bad day would you say you are?
Caution. I'm going to say caution.
Caution.
Caution with that accent.
Right.
Caution.
Caution.
Staples, what did you write down?
I
Show us what
wanted,
you-
I wanted to say, but there's no sign for the word hunty, so I didn't write that down. So
Stupid.
instead, I
So
wrote
stupid.
slow children area.
Ah,
Slow children. All right.
Yeah.
That is not a match,
that
unfortunately.
is so rude.
All right.
Facts.
Vinny, what do you think John wrote down on a bad day? What would you say is your traffic sign?
Well, he wrote so much. At first, I was going to say caution, but then he wrote so much. I don't know if it's a sign, but I would either say "do not enter" or the police tape "do not cross." Do not enter.
Do not enter. All right, John, what's your answer? Show us if you can hold that up to the screen. Show us your answer.
That's fantastic.
Oh, it's
John-
backwards. How do I flip that?
Speed
No, it's
bump
right.
ahead. No,
Speed
that's
bump
perfect
ahead.
for us. That's perfect for us. Speed bump ahead. I love
Oh, it's
Oh.
backwards for me, I guess. Speed bump.
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah. That's a good
Oh,
one.
that's
All
good.
right.
All right. Unfortunately, no match on that one either. All right.
Big
We're
buzz.
the worst.
Watch
Okay,
that.
next
worse.
we're gonna ask a question to Vinny and Stacy. You're gonna answer this about your significant other. What would you say? Would your spouse say you have a better sense of humor, that you have a better sense of time, a better sense of adventure, or common sense? Which of the senses would you say your spouse will say about yourself?
Of the four.
Yeah. So
Say
just
those
Stacy
four
and
again.
Vinny are gonna write this down. John, you don't have to write this down. It's just gonna be Stacy and Vinny.
Oh, I don't have to write it. Right.
No, you're just going to get.
You have
what
to
were-
answer. Just
What were
answer.
the four choices again?
Sense of humor,
So this is
time,
about me.
adventure, or common sense.
About me, not him.
Yeah. What would you say they would say? Actually, we are gonna reverse. It is. What would you say is for your significant other? Yes.
What would I say my significant other has?
Yes.
Oh,
Correct.
okay. And
Yes.
sorry, the four choices one more time. Now that I've got it.
Is humor, time, adventure, or common sense? Okay. So Stacy, you're answering. What does Brad have? Does he have a better sense of humor, sense of time, sense of adventure, or common sense? And
Got it.
Vinny, does John have? You have your answers?
I do.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna start with John this time. John, what would you say you have? What would you say that Vinny thinks you have? A better sense of humor, time, adventure, or sense?
Well, I hope he said common sense.
Common sense. Vinny, what do you have there? Let's see what you have. What did you write down? He wrote down
I guess
common
he didn't.
sense.
Hey, nice.
Common
Congrats.
sense.
Congratulations. There's 1 point.
This pen's getting me high. Oh, woo!
It's not the pen, Vinny.
It's not the pen.
I think I have the same one.
All right, Staples. What
pen is
do you
so
think?
thick.
Is it? Would Stacy say you have a better sense of humor, sense of time, sense of adventure, or common sense?
Sense of humor.
Sense of humor. Stacy, what do you say?
Oh, yeah.
Sense of humor.
Oh,
It
nice.
is. That's 1 point each. Congratulations.
Damn
Congratulations.
you.
What?
I said adventure for you, Vince, by the way.
Well,
Adventure, Vince, for you.
It should
But
have
I
been
was
sense.
right.
It should have been sense of humor, but yeah, that works too.
All right, here we go. I'm going to ask the next question. This one goes over to Brad and John. You're going to write down your answer. The question is, you're going to fill in the blank. We are total opposites when it comes to blank. We are total opposites when it
Got
comes
time?
to blank.
How much time have we got?
All right.
That's
Brad and John, you're going to write that down.
hilarious.
We are total opposites when it comes to blank.
I can't believe this guy's got his own podcast.
I know. Yeah.
Oh, you
Christopher Kamen says the host is confusing us.
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
Let's check out the source, though. Come on.
I did. That's why I said it.
Repeat the question, Dan. I gotta write this down.
We are total opposites when it comes to blank.
That a
really,
girl
that's-
says whoopee, of course.
Remember that? Making whoopee.
Making whoopee. That would be in the butt, Bob.
In the back door, Jim.
Vince is going to say all those things you weren't going to say now.
Exactly.
I love
I
it.
love it. Do it. Do
I'm
it.
still trying to think of my answer.
Oh,
All
for
right.
God.
You're the one who put time limit on this guy. Come on, you got to write down something quickly here.
Read it to me one more time.
We are totally opposite when it comes to blank.
It's
Okay.
blank.
Okay. I got one.
You got your answer?
This is
Yeah.
easy.
Your mom's
It
easy.
better be.
There's probably a better way to say that.
All right, John, you ready to go?
Okay.
Okay, we're going to start with Vinny.
think
Vinny,
so.
we're going to ask you this first. What would you say John said? We are, when it comes to this question, we are total opposites when it comes to what?
Pornography.
Pornography. Interesting. Porn.
That's
John,
valid. That's valid.
John,
Oh,
what
Lord.
was your answer?
I said shyness.
Shyness.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
that works too.
Shyness
Yeah.
when it comes to the porno.
All right, unfortunately, that is not a match. All right, Stacy, fill in the blank. We are total opposites when it comes to.
There's a lot, but I'm gonna say time management.
Time management. Staples, what did you write down? Did you write down time management? You wrote down
Oh,
time management, and that's a match.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Oh
There
my
is
god!
a
Do you
match.
want to
Very
explain?
good.
Do you want to explain why?
wow.
Someone's getting the Blumpkin because they're being good.
A Blumpkin?
We'll talk about that later.
Not if she don't want it.
Is that
I like she's got a choice.
So
All right.
nasty.
All right,
So nasty.
we're gonna switch it up here now. We're gonna ask Stacy a question, and John, we're gonna ask you a question. So Stacy and John, you're both gonna answer this one. Stacy and John, you're answering. Which piece of clothing of your significant others do you hate the most? What piece of
They're writing
clothing? They're gonna write it down. Correct. John and Stacy. What piece of clothing of theirs do you hate the most?
Meaning of R. Okay.
I'm writing it down.
Yeah.
Correct?
So Stacy, you're going to write down what piece of clothing do you hate most of Staples, and John, what piece of clothing do you hate most of Vinny's?
Oh my God.
Okay.
One of these answers must be ass chaps.
Well, that's only if I had to write it down, Ryan. Only if
Porn.
Porn. Everything's just going to be porn.
Porn. When in doubt, go with porn.
What in Duke? Go with porn, eh?
I like hearing Stacy's marker right.
Can you hear it?
Glad
we
you
get
can't
the
hear what
the
she's thinking
full-
in her head as she's
the
writing.
full sound effects of that one. All right.
Triton and Norval.
What piece of clothing of theirs do you hate the most? We're gonna start with. Let's start over on the far side over here. Staples, what would you say? What's your answer? What piece of clothing does Stacy hate the most of yours?
I really don't know what to say, Dan, because she never complains about anything I wear. However, if I were to answer one thing, I would have to say
Who dis?
yeah,
Who dis?
bitch, please. It would have to be dirty sweatpants that I might wear day after day after day after day.
Dirty
That's
sweatpants,
very
Stacy.
generic.
Let's see what you wrote down, Stacy. Oh, the red Nikes.
Because he looks like he's in the Bloods, the gang, the Bloods. My man's wearing red Nikes, rolling down the block with his pit bull, and I'm like, people are gonna throw gang signs at you. He don't care. Anyway,
that's how I roll.
He's probably leader of the gang. All right, Vinny, what would you say is your answer? What would you say John dislikes piece of clothing? What piece of clothing does John dislike of yours?
Yeah, this is tough because
John, if you said his hat, I'm going to get very upset.
I wear nice shit. I get compliments on my stuff all the time, so I have no idea what to pick. You know, my first thought is saying anything with rhinestones on it, if that counts. But I'm also
that'll be everything that you have.
I have a little peachy tank top that I wear all the time. It's my loungeabout shirt. I don't know if he dislikes that more than the rhinestones. I'm gonna say the yellow peachy shirt, tank top.
The yellow peachy shirt. John, what was your answer?
Dirty peachy tank top.
Peachy tank top.
Because it's dirty all the time.
Always dirty.
It's the one thing I wear when I'm doing dirty stuff and not porn.
That's a shame.
He never washes this thing. It's so gross.
That's a shame.
I'll send you my dirty sweatpants. You can wear them together, Benny. There you go.
Every other stitch of clothing is immaculate.
I don't doubt it. I've seen your stuff. It looks fantastic.
And divided by color as well.
All right.
Oh my god, I love that.
Are you guys familiar with peachies? Those yellowish things that you had at school with the sports images on them?
I have it right over
Vaguely.
here.
Vaguely.
Oh, he'll show it to you.
That's amazing. I was going to say, I hope we get to see it. This is perfect.
Yeah,
Why?
because otherwise peachy sounds like a weird thing, but you have to be at least 50 to know what a peachy is.
I think I know what that is.
You recognize that? It's
Okay.
a folder
Yeah.
a lot of us old folks had in school.
Peachy
Yeah.
folders
Is
that you had at
is
school.
that the actual tank that you don't like?
That's the actual tank.
Yes.
Yeah.
So right after
Why-
the show,
thing in the
Vinny's gonna throw it in the wash. There we go.
Can I ask a group question?
I just watched it. That's why it's out there.
It's worst. Can I ask a group question before we go to the next question? Why is Vinny dressed like Anthony Hopkins in Silence of the Lambs at the end of the movie?
He did not have anything like this.
Oh, okay.
Next question is going to go to Vinny and Staples, so get ready to write it down. Here's your next question. And please don't hate me for this. I'm just asking the questions. I'm just here.
We already hate you. Go ahead.
I know. Here we go. Which of your spouse's habits annoys you the most? Which of your spouse's habits annoys you the most?
Oh, no.
You trying to get me killed?
Staples, Vinny, we're going to ask you this question here. Which of your spouse's habits annoys you the most?
This is easy.
Yeah, I think this is easy.
That's easy for Vinny and Stacy. That's if you were matched. I don't know.
Yeah, I have a list right here of everything I hate.
Yeah, I'll just pull my list. I'll just pull my list out.
It's number 74 on the list.
Staples, you got your answer?
Yeah, I'm going to be careful with this one. Though,
Vinny, you got your answer?
Almost.
Almost. It's like he's writing a novel now this time.
There was a question on the Family Feud once where Steve Harvey asked the two contestants at the buzzer, name something about your spouse that you don't like, and they didn't answer. They just shook their head no, like I'm not answering it.
Yeah. All right, here we go. We're going to ask this question. We're going to start off over to John. John, what would you say Disco Vinny, what habit of yours would you say Disco Vinny annoys him the most?
I think I'm going to have to say I leave the bathroom a mess.
You leave the bathroom a mess. All right, so a messy bathroom. Vinny, what
tends
did
to
you write down?
complain
Did you write
about
down
that a
messy
lot.
bathroom?
Well, I mean, he does do that, but that's not as bad. And I'm just used to it. I make the bed, I clean the bathroom. That's the way it goes. No, the thing that drives me nuts, and you know this, leaving just a smidge of anything in the fridge.
Oh.
It's like because he doesn't want to throw away the container, so he leaves an undrinkable amount of milk or juice or whatever, just this much, so he doesn't have to throw the bottle away.
Honestly, I'm gonna agree with you. That's a pet
See,
peeve of
but
mine.
he-
Just
but
finish
like-
it off.
John gets a pass because he's hot. So like, sorry.
But he gets a lot of passes because he's hot.
But is it at least? Does he leave it in there and it expires? Because we know somebody like that. But
He's
let's
like,
move
"We'll throw it out. It would. I go in there and I go to pour a glass. I'm like, oh, for God's sakes, there's only this much in there. Damn it.
All right, let's
I'm just
go on.
saving
Oh,
the
first of
last
all, that
bit for
is
you.
unfortunately a buzz on that one. All right, Stacy, which one of your habits would you say annoys Staples the most? Which one of your habits annoys Staples the
Oh,
most?
it's mine, not his. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wah, wah.
The
She's so ready.
Yeah, I was. I'm gonna say after the shower, the towel.
Oh.
The towel
What do you
after the
do?
shower.
What do you do with the towel?
leaving the towel on the floor.
Leaving the towel on the floor. Staples, what did you write down? What was your answer?
So it's kind of like John, messy bathroom.
You're right. I actually had something else written down, but then I changed it as we were talking to this answer. Wants to plan dinner a day ahead. Sorry, I don't know what I want to eat on Wednesday
And
when
that
it's only
should-
Monday.
But you
that goes back to the lack of time management. So that fits.
You know what? Get him off of my show.
bingo.
Oh, and John, I know you're not reading Twitch, but DJ Vinny Vegas says he'd make a pass at John. So
Oh.
you got
That's awfully sweet.
you got two Vinnies after your ass.
With those looks in that beard, who wouldn't? Come on.
Shout out to Pearl. Shout out to Pearl in the chat who played this with us last year, and she knows that it's her husband where everything is expired in the refrigerator. So there you have it. Everyone say hi to Pearly.
Good to see you, Pearl. All
Hi,
right, we're going to
Pearl.
move on. Next question. We're going to ask this over to Staples and John. All right, so Brad and John, here is your question. What would you say is your partner's go-to karaoke song? What is your partner's go-to karaoke song? All right, Brad's writing this down. And Stacy, you don't have to write this one.
Wait. I just wrote down.
Yeah.
down.
I know,
So
but I'm
I'm-
doing the
Okay.
top and then
He's
and then
switching it back and forth. So
I'm
sometimes
switching it up. I'm changing it up.
My
Yeah.
plus. All right. What's the question
So
again?
Brad, John, what would you say is your partner's go-to karaoke song?
Oh. You better get this, or I swear to God.
I wonder if it would be a duet where Disco Vinny and Stacy would sing together. What would you say, Disco Vinny, Stacy? If you had to sing together, what would you sing?
Ebony.
Something shit.
my love, there's
should
only
sing-
you in my life. We
No
have to do
cheating,
it.
That's
man.
good.
Love.
Or we could do an Islands in the Stream situation.
Does it have to be a song or can it be an artist?
A song.
be
A
a
song.
song.
You're
You
looking
know
for a
this.
specific
Know
song.
this.
Remember
What?
what I said about slow children playing earlier? There you go. You're welcome. All comes back.
You know this.
All right. You better
I
get
don't
this.
know that I do. You're going to be mad at me.
Oh my God, I do it every time we do karaoke.
Stacy, say hi to Pearl.
I did. Hi,
Oh, all
Pearly.
right, I'll just go off myself.
All right, John, you ready to go?
No, I'm not. I need a minute.
A minute.
It's,
I'm going
it's
through
what-
all.
It's
I'm going
what
through the
I-
entire Barry Manilow songbook right now.
Oh,
Pick the one song. Pick the one song.
Wait a minute, Dan. It's what I would, or they.
Correct. It's what you would. It's
Yeah.
it's what you would sing.
What we would.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Uh,
All right. So we're gonna start over with Staples. We'll ask Stacy first. So Stacy, you go up to sing karaoke. What are you asking them to? What are you asking Mike Harding to play for you?
nice.
I would say Jackson. The Jacksons. Can you feel it?
Can you feel it? The Jacksons. Interesting. Staples. What did you write down?
Not that one.
it's what we asked them to sing.
Yeah. What would you? What
But
would
I
you say Vinny would sing?
My karaoke song.
But I
Oh,
think
wait a
Vince would
minute. I
sing.
thought it was I would sing.
Yes, it is what you
It
would sing,
is.
Stacy.
It is.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what I would sing, not you.
Yeah. Staples. What would you say Stacy would sing? John. What would you say
okay, I
Vinny
see
would
what
sing?
you're saying.
Okay. My
It's,
it's
I blame
not.
it on the host. The host is
Yeah. He's complete
Listen
toolbag.
now.
The one song she mentioned, yeah, it's not that one. I said,
Ooh. Do
So
you
the-
want a
You
funk?
want a funk?
Oh, by Sylvester. I do love Sylvester.
see?
All right, John.
You don't know me.
You had a little extra time there. If Disco Vinny
Oh,
were to go up
shoot.
and sing a karaoke song,
What
do you have your answer? Don't say
What a
it. Just tell us once you have it written down.
I'm shocked. He
You
me
gotta-
sing a bazillion times.
We're going to give you 5 seconds on the clock here.
No, I
5,
don't have it. So I'm just
4.
going to.
Write down
Okay.
anything. 3, 2, 1.
John is under a lot of
Half.
pressure right now.
Quarter.
I got it
Good.
wrong.
All
I
right.
say can't smile without
Wait,
you.
Vinny was supposed to say it first. Vinny, what would you have said? Honestly, Vinny, what would you say is your answer?
He wasn't going to say that.
I didn't see it, but
He was. I know it's wrong.
New York, New
Yes.
York. So, I mean, it's a classic.
Yes, and I
That's a
rejected that
classic.
one.
Power one at the end. That's I love New York.
Buzz
New York,
me.
every time.
I got it wrong, but I had rejected that one.
He's,
Oh.
oh.
And
got
then
half
I
a
changed
point.
it to Can't Smile Without You.
Oh,
I
that's a
don't-
great
I
song,
never
too.
sing Barry Manilow. I never sing. He's too hard. He's too difficult.
That's what I get. I second guess myself.
I can never climax like Barry can. So
Hey now.
All right.
He's
So,
news-
just so we're not confused on the next one, the next question I'm going to ask Stacy and Vinny, and it's about your partner. All right. So,
Okay.
Stacy, you're writing about Brad.
that's
Vinny,
a lot
you're
of
writing
work.
about John.
It's a
It's
lot
not
of work.
rocket science here, people. Okay.
I'm poking
No,
you.
I knew that.
All right. Here we go.
Stacy and I coordinated our clothing coloring today. By
Here
the way.
is the
Poke your
question. We're gonna
Stacey,
keep
your husband.
poke your husband. Poke your. Here we go.
Ow, my ass.
We're
Stop.
gonna.
Get your finger out of my ass.
You gotta
He
have
loves
fun.
it. He loves
Here's-
it.
This isn't
Here's your question.
Sunday.
Listen carefully. We're gonna stick with music here. What song perfectly describes how your partner acts in the bedroom? Stacy, Disco Vinny, what song perfectly describes how your partner acts in the bedroom?
Huh.
It's not going to be right, so let's have fun with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
This is gonna be terrible.
That's funny. Lexi said like a virgin in the chat.
So Stacy and Vinny, you're writing this down. What song perfectly describes how your partner acts in the bedroom?
Oh, I'm throwing some out. I gotta narrow it down.
I'm loving some of the answers in the chat here too, like a virgin, sex bomb, popcorn. Oops, I did it again.
Popcorn.
I love that. Yeah.
Leaves lots of kernels in the bed, huh?
All right, Vinny, you have your answer.
I do.
Stacy, you have your answer.
I do.
All right, here we go. So we're gonna start over with you, John. What would you say is your song in the bedroom, or what would you say
In the
Disco Vinny
bedroom.
thinks is your song in the bedroom?
He
I
doesn't
have
know.
no idea. Yeah, like you said, it's going to be wrong, so we might as well have fun. I'm going to go with Old Town Road.
Old Town Road.
Nice. Is it a
Little Nas.
Old
I
Town
don't
Road.
know.
Disco Vinny, do we have Old Town Road? What song do we have?
What's it say? It's backwards.
No, it's not.
For us,
It is for me.
Oh.
Flip
hold
it
on.
around.
It's okay. Just read it. Read it. What did it say? It said love.
The love theme from St. Elmo's Fire.
Oh, the love theme from St.
Oh.
Elmo's Fire.
Yeah,
Oh.
that makes sense. That's our song.
Aw.
There you
Duh.
go.
Damn, I'm dumb.
That's your song. Unfortunately, not a match though. All right,
That's sort of a no-brainer.
Staples, you're in the bedroom. You hit that play button. What song is your song of
Either
how
that
you
or
act?
No Flow by
Of
Enya.
how you act in the bedroom.
I'm going to go with Michael Jackson's Beat It.
Michael
Oh.
Jackson's "Beat It."
Yeah.
Casey, I'm sorry.
A lot of variations.
She bangs.
Close.
That is so close.
Oh, so close.
Oh.
Right there.
Right there.
Right there.
That's actually better than my answer. Good for you. All right.
Oh, that is great.
That's a fantastic answer. She bangs. Would that be the Ricky Martin version or the Asian gentleman version? Which version of She Bangs would
Ricky.
it be? Okay.
Ricky's.
Gotta go to Ricky, right?
All right.
Oh yeah.
All right. So, who wrote those two down? Stacy and Vinny, right?
What's the score? Because I know we're running out of time. What's the score?
Well, if you let me just consult with my high-tech computer here,
Yeah.
and I got to double the 3, carry the 1, American math, Canadian. It's 2 apiece.
Two apiece. We were tied at 2 apiece. All right, let's go. We have one more question here. I'm going to ask this over for John and Staples. You're going to answer this.
Okay. Stacy Tom says hi. He's staring at his phone.
Are you ready? Here we go. What actor or actress, dead or alive, would you say would play your partner in a movie? What actor or actress, dead or alive, would play them in a movie?
So I got to pick an actor. Or
John,
actress.
you're writing it down. Bradley, you're writing this down.
Somebody
They
that would
have
play
to-
Stacy in a movie?
Correct.
Oh,
Correct.
easy.
What actor
Easy.
or actress would you say
Easy.
would play Stacy
How do you spell
or Vinny?
Leguizamo? Kidding. This is easy.
I am so sorry, Stacy. Over and over, I am sorry.
Someone should be.
I'm sorry that he wants to go to bed with John Leguizamo. So
No.
Just remember what Vinny
whatever.
just said there.
She
He
bangs.
says over and over, he says he's sorry. That's great.
It's out there. It's on the
Sorry.
streets now. It's on the streets.
It's not all that's on the streets. All right.
All right, Staples, you have your answer.
I do.
You know who the actor actress would be that's going to
Yep.
play her in a movie. All right, John, you have your answer down?
Hands down
I
my
do.
pants.
You do. All right, we're going to start over with Stacy first. Stacy, who's playing you in a movie? And is it worth my $12.99 to go see this movie?
No.
Who would
I'm
you
gonna-
say, Stacy?
I'm going to
Come on,
say
think hard.
he would say Leia Remini.
oh, that's good. I'd say that.
Staples, what did you say?
Yes.
Is it right?
Oh, Leah Remini. Oh,
Remini, not Remini.
Oh,
Remini.
Remedy. Sorry, it's is
The-
it Remedy?
the
I thought
Remedy.
it was
You
Remini.
don't get it right then, since you said the name wrong.
The ex Scientologist.
I mean, it's the accent
done.
too. Really, way to go. All right, Disco Vinny.
Twerk
Who's gonna play? This is an interesting one. I can't wait because I think there's so many characters that could possibly play Disco Vinny. But who would you say John selected? Who's playing you in a
As
feature
much
film?
as I would hope it was Jason Statham, but I'm not quite.
Oh,
Oh, that's
Oh.
good.
Love-
That's a good
love
call.
Ryan
Jason
Reynolds is
Statham.
not going to be there either, so
Good
it's
call.
probably going to be. And Elton John's not an actor, so I can't go there. I would have to say Rick Moranis.
Rick
Ooh.
Moranis. Rick Moranis. John, what did you say?
I said Rick Moranis.
Nice.
Wow.
Very nice.
And three more for good
They
luck.
shrunk the kids.
Retro Mix said
Way
Kevin
to go.
Spacey. Nice job, gentlemen. That was great.
All right, we're gonna ask one last question. Stacy, you are gonna answer this. The question. You're gonna answer what you think Staples would say. John, you're gonna answer this. You're gonna answer what you think Disco Vinny would say. All right. Are we clear on that?
Yes.
yeah.
Yep.
We're right.
Stacy, you're writing down. John, you're writing down. Stacy, what you think Staples is going to say. John, what you think Disco Vinny is going to say. Here's your final question for the night. The final question.
Real
What-
quick. Denny
what-
Vegas says more anus, just so you know.
Yeah.
Moranis.
Rick,
Moranis.
that
That's
would be your
amazing.
porn name, Rick Moranis.
That's excellent.
Here we go. Are you ready, Stacy? John, here's the question. It is,
that's
what
fantastic.
phrase or word would you say your partner uses over and over and over in the bedroom? What phrase or word would you say your partner uses over and over and over in the bedroom?
Get the fuck out of here.
Is this during sex or just in the bedroom?
I will leave the question up to you, how you think your partner is going to answer. So, John, Stacy, write this one down.
What I'm going to say in the bedroom?
What word or phrase your partner is going to say over and over? And yes, Staples, it's what you're going to say over and over.
Here
and
it
it's what
goes.
Disco Vinny's going to say over and over again.
Glad this is the last question, and I apologize to everyone for my upcoming answer.
All right. I just love listening to her marker writing. All right, John, you ready to go?
I am.
I'm
Okay.
scared.
Sorry, I'm taking those off. Take those off. Okay. There. Okay, here we go. Disco Vinny. What would
already
you say
laughing.
is the word that you say, or word or phrase that you say over and over in the bedroom?
Oh my god.
Usually I'm cussing about something, but
That's
I would
hot.
think the phrase I say more often would be Brewster, come.
What do you mean?
For those who don't know,
Rooster.
Brewster is their dog.
Exactly.
Which
This
leads
word,
to
no
even
porn
more
happening
complicated.
here. No porn happening here. It's all clean.
John, what did you write down?
I think this works. I said, "Where's Brewster?"
I'm gonna give that to you. I'm gonna give that to you. There you go. That's a match. Way to go. All right, Staples. What is
Yeah.
the one word
This is
or
so
phrase that you
stupid.
say over and over and over again?
Did I say to Stacy, right?
That you say over and over again in the
Okay.
bedroom.
Yeah. Say my name, bitch.
Oh,
Wow.
So
I'm just so
stupid.
sorry. So sorry.
That's really not. No, that's really not it. But I'm gonna go with that as my answer because I don't.
Okay.
Or no, a real answer is she's a lady. Whoa. How about do you want to get something to eat?
Is that your answer? Do you want to get something to eat?
And it's not a sexual thing, although it could be.
Either one of those is getting an eye roll, so I like
I'm just.
What was I saying?
She didn't even show me.
Well, how about this? Don't just stare at it, eat it.
What is back a little bit? What does that say? Back
Pull it
back
back.
a little bit. You're my
tenderoni.
girl.
tenderoni
Yeah,
girl.
that's true.
Definitely.
That's true. She's
Aw.
not a lot of people know this, but I like to refer to Stacy as my Nubian
Tenderoni.
princess. Yeah.
Little Bobby Brown there.
She's my Nubian princess. Yeah.
Bobby!
It's
Well-
always while laughing.
We're going to take it to the final score. Captain Jack-tastic, tell us who is our winner for the evening.
Well, I have consulted with the judges, and there aren't any, so I'll just answer the question.
Are
myself.
any of them Russian?
Oh, there aren't any winners.
The winners actually are John and Disco Vinny. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations, Disco, Vinny, and John. You just won yourselves a 3-night, 4-day stay in beautiful Puerto Vallarta. Congratulations. You are going to be able to enjoy nice, beautiful sunsets right by the water. No dinner, sorry.
Congratulations.
We can't afford a dinner.
Congratulations to the winners.
And a free peachy tank
Thank you.
top.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
There you go.
Best
If we
part.
can, chat, let's hear it one more time for our winners. Let's hear it for all of our contestants as well as Captain Jack-tastic. Thank you for playing the newlywed game.
Thanks for
Vinny.
having us. Thank
Vinny,
you so
before
much,
we
everybody.
go, Vinny, tell people when they can catch you here on the Twitch.
Oh, Twitch. Well, it's all back to normal. It's Thursday chill set at 4 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Pacific. And then Sunday Fun Day, also at 4 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Pacific. There's Brewster.
So
And this week I'm off, though. This week we have guests coming to visit, so I have to take this week off. But the following week I'll be back on.
all right. Well, I appreciate you being here. It was great seeing you.
I
Gotta
appreciate
catch
being
up.
asked. We always
dude.
we miss not seeing you more often. So.
I hear you. But it was nice seeing you. We'll
But
talk
still,
more.
we miss Stacy more.
Of course. Of
Oh,
course.
I miss you too, man.
Yeah,
Everyone misses Stacy.
Yeah. John, it was nice meeting you. I hope to see you again sometime in person.
Yeah, nice meeting you
Hi,
too.
John.
I hope the invite that Vinny gave us to come down to Puerto Vallarta stands, and so
Yeah.
Absolutely.
we'll be there in about 6 hours. So I appreciate you guys.
All right. Sounds
All right,
good.
gentlemen. And catch
We got
Disco
room.
Vinny. Catch him here on the Twitch. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate you all so much for being here. That was a lot of fun. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Bye
Thanks so
bye.
much. Thanks, Vinny. Thanks, John.
Before we kick Stacy out, Tom, are those emotes of Stacy that you put up in the chat? Because that's kind of creepy, right? Right there. Are those Stacy emotes?
Those
Is
are
that-
not Stacy emotes, no.
All right. 'Cause I was gonna say that's a fucking creepy guy. But anyway, Stacy,
What is
got
she
anything?
doing?
I'm probably blowjobbing.
She looks
Do you
like
have
she's
anything?
doing this.
Yeah. Do you have anything that you'd like to promote, Stacy?
Stacy, when are you streaming next on the Twitch?
Yeah.
So-
It's touch and go. I do what I
Yeah. Usually I touch and she goes.
I come.
Oh, I think that's the other way around.
Yeah. So,
There you go.
Yeah.
yeah. So it just, it's I freestyle it. So
Question from the
Nice.
chat, Stacy. When is your ass going back to Canada?
Lexi would like to know.
I don't know. Hi, Lex.
All right,
Lex
good talk,
on the-
everybody.
Any day, depending on how the country's being run.
Hey now.
Yeah.
Hey now. All right. Stacy, Vinny, thank you both. Stacy,
Thank you.
I can't wait to get yelled at by you later for losing this fun game that we put on. And Vinny,
Oh, I don't care. I don't
Yes.
give a shit.
you're the best, man. It was nice seeing you, and it was good
Good
to
to
talk
see
to
you
you.
Bye,
again.
Vinny.
We'll catch up for sure.
And stop by my lounge sometime. Come watch me on the Twitch.
We will. We definitely will.
Bye.
All right, guys.
Take
Bye.
care, Stacy. Take care, Vinny.
Bye, girl. All right.
There you go.
There you go. That was fun. I
That was
think.
a
cool.
good time. Good time.
Congratulations to Vinny and John for winning.
Yeah. Well, I would just suggest all of you see lawyers immediately because you have nothing in common.
No, none.
So, all of you. So good luck with that. Where there's smoke, there's fire, and it starts with the Newlywed Game. So, yeah, but they're pretty close. I mean, you got two. They only beat you by 1 point, so it's 4-3. So it's pretty close.
It was pretty close.
Pretty close.
Yeah. I mean, there's some answers like if you don't get it, then you got problems. You know what I
Andy
mean?
Miller, what's happening? Good to see you in the chat there.
Oh, Wendy Miller, thank you for being here. I've been waiting for you. I need you to resend me your email address. I know you tried to send it to me on the Instagram. Something happened. The message got deleted because it wasn't in my main mailbox on Instagram. It was on the request mailbox. But anyway, that's that. So there you go. I hope everyone in the chat enjoyed our version of the Not So Newlywed Game. Hopefully we'll do it again next year. Again, big shout out to our friend Disco Vinny and his other half, John, for joining us. Pretty soon, we are going to have our good friend George come in and show us his backside. But until then, ladies and gentlemen,
Caps High Five.
That's
It is.
right. It is time for Caps High Five. But before we get into Caps High Five, we should remind our listeners here tonight as to the after party, the official after party of tonight's stream. Should we not?
Yes, please do.
Well, it turns out that Staples is not only is actually, he's not one of those DJs you see sometimes on Twitch and they're just twiddling nods and nothing's plugged in. He actually DJs for reals. So the after party after tonight's show will be none other than DJ Staples 93 on the Wheels of Steel.
Yeah.
We're going to raid over to Staples spinning for what, a good 12 hours or so. Staples, how long?
Yeah, we're going to do a 12-hour set from now till 9 p.m. tomorrow night.
Perfect.
No commercials, no pee breaks, no food breaks, not letting the dog out. Just a straight 12 hours of pushing some motherfucking buttons.
Well, the good thing is too is that of course it's kind of a Valentine's theme.
Whatever.
But it's going to be more upbeat music, but also anybody making requests as well. So make sure you stay tuned for that coming up after the show. But right now, once again,
Caps High Five.
right, we're just we're seeing so much love in the air. So now we have to go the opposite after that Newlywed Game. It is time for Caps High Five. And given tonight's all about the most romantic time of the year, we're a mere 8 months away from Halloween. I figure I'd flip the script and talk about songs focused on the dark side of relationships.
Dark side of the moon.
Coming in at number 1,
Caps High Five.
post-punk dark wave band is one you'll hear plenty of in my streams. And this particular track, which came out in 2005, is apparently based on a British couple named Fred and Rosemary West, who shared a hobby. Ah, that's sweet. Couples who play together, stay together. What was that hobby, you ask? Pickleball with the Pattersons, swinging with the Swansons? Boring. More like serial killing Saturdays.
That's what I'm saying.
This is Interpol. The song is Evil. Rosemary was apparently referencing the Rosemary in this couple. Ooh, a couple of serial killers in the United Kingdom in the 60s and 70s. That's love.
Yeah, I'd say.
Great song, though. That's
Listen,
Interpol.
nothing sells love than killing for that love.
Yeah, a couple of serial killers out of UK. So that's number 5. Now, coming up next, if artists could be canceled way back in 1966 when this song came out, this track might have helped this band fly up the old hashtag, the old cancellation charts to number 1. Lyrically, the song is about a complete power shift in a relationship, but critics still say the song is demeaning and has demeaning undertones. Gee, from the title of the song, I don't get this at all. Go ahead, Dan.
Oh, I love this song. I prefer the streetcar version.
Yeah, of course, it's the Rolling Stones and Under My Thumb. So probably wouldn't be able to release a song like this nowadays.
Under my thumb, the girl who once had me down. Under my thumb.
Mick Jagger says it's sort of it's about a switch in power, that perhaps she was in charge at first, and he's in charge, or vice versa. So whatever, it's a song. Now,
It's a wonderful song.
like a lot of dudes back in the day, I would sometimes make mixtapes for a girl that I just started dating. You know, we kind of did that thing. I don't know if kids do that nowadays, but it would usually be like a list of songs she liked combined with a few that describe my feelings for her in the most passive aggressive way ever. But at least I was smart enough to avoid adding 9 Inch Nails closer, at least until volume 2. But if you've ever received a mixtape with this song on it, you might think, oh, so romantic. But in reality, it could be a big red flag, because this track is actually about control, surveillance, and jealousy.
This isn't the P. Diddy version, right?
It's not.
Okay.
This is, of course, from the Police.
I love this song.
It is a great song. Every Breath You Take, of course. But yeah. It sounds nice, but it's really about a stalker, essentially. The Police's Every Breath You Take. Now, this next one is just a little closer to home for Kat, because it's a song that shot this Canadian singer to stardom in the mid-1990s. And an old friend of mine actually went on a date with this woman well before she hit it big, but it didn't work out. And to this day, we bust his chops, because if he had only played his cards right, we all could have been part of the entourage and done wild rock and roll shit, right?
Yeah,
it was selfish of him not to think of us while trying to forge a meaningful relationship.
I have to ask, who screwed up the relationship, him or her?
He says he wasn't interested in her. I think he's lying, sack of shit, personally. But so this next track is sadly not about my old friend, but apparently was written about a terrible breakup with a pretty well-known Hollywood actor.
Oh, yes. You just changed the BPM, Dan? Sound like you did a little. All right.
Alanis Morissette. Does anybody know in the chat who the song was written about?
Oh, I forget who it was written about.
I know.
Do you?
I want to see if someone in the chat can get first.
Yeah, Vinny Vegas is aware. Lucky Lashes came in, of course.
Go ahead, put it in the chat.
Uncle Joey. Oh, Dave Coulier.
Christopher came in. Yeah, that was the rumor apparently for years that it was about him, but I think they did confirm it at some point. So
yeah,
he was in Full House. Is that right? Is that the
he
show?
was in Full House. Dave Coulier. Yep.
So
I mean, listen, Jodie Sweetin ended up getting him after. So.
Oh yeah.
Which is
he
so
didn't. Came in and says he didn't even
weird.
deny it. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so we have one more left.
Caps High Five.
Number 1, this song was actually influenced by a completely different late 70s sugary as fuck pop song. That song was a massive hit. And I remember when I was like 9 or 10 years old, it was a massive hit. And for some reason, one half of this band was like a sea captain or something. And he even had the sea captain hat. I mean, at least he was a real one. I'm just a pretend one. Of course, it's Captain and Tennille's Love Will Keep Us Together. So if you remember this one, if you're of a certain vintage.
I remember this. Had the 45 of this one, A&M Records.
That's right. It was a massive hit.
Mm-hmm.
So that song was the inspiration for this song I'm about to introduce. Take that song, inverse it, flip it upside down, turn it inside out in every possible way, and we go from happy, shiny, and bright to this.
What a great...
Even the titles are similar.
This song is ominous as far as I'm concerned.
Right. So it's Love Will Keep Us Together to Love Will Tear Us Apart from Joy Division. And he was directly influenced by that because Ian Curtis, of course, was going through a lot of depression and ultimately ended his own life. And I think it was May of 1980, around there.
Yeah.
So even though that song it's an upbeat song, it's still ironic based on the lyrics. If you look at the lyrics of that. So those, ladies and gentlemen, are
Cat's High Five.
there you have it.
Yeah, that's a very ominous song as far as I'm concerned. Only because I know the story of him and his depression and then how he took his own life. So when I hear it, I'm just like, oh, what a poor. I feel for the guy. And of course, again, we all know he took his own life. And then just the bass line in that, though, it's New Order. Essentially, I mean, again, it is technically whatever. But anyway.
Well, yeah, they were about to start on a North American tour specifically, I guess, just after that, and they were planning, and then he committed suicide. He hanged himself, and then they went on, of course, to become New Order. I think some of the early New Order stuff is a big influence, Joy Division influence, and the members still have a lot of respect for Ian. I went and saw Peter Hook from New Order, who's not with New Order anymore, last year, and they played. Basically all predominantly Joy Division. They did 2 sets in the performance. They did Joy Division and New Order. So a lot of respect for that guy, and a lot of modern artists like Interpol, I mentioned earlier, have huge respect for bands like Joy Division.
Fun fact about Interpol: I recently got booked to do a private birthday party, and a friend of the birthday boy decided to text me saying, "Hey, what's it going to cost me to have you guys do a light show?" And I said, well, what are you thinking? I could bring like a tree and put this, that, or, we could go, what are you looking for? Basically sent me a video of lights and whatever at an Interpol show. And he was like, this is what I'm looking to do. And I said, well, I got a guy and we could do it. And I sent out the quote today, and he's going to pay up the ass if he decides to go through with it.
I'm curious what the quote was, and I'm curious what he thought the quote would be.
Yeah.
Well, he's getting off nicely, but think about it this way, right? He's getting 2 guitar players and singers. He's getting a DJ. The DJ is only playing for an hour and a half, right?
Wow.
It's at a country club, so it's musicians first. I don't even know what they get paid. I know what I'm getting paid, but then I'm also going to get a little extra because I had this thing of lights put in my lap, even though I'm not the one booking the gig. So. Lighting guy came back with a quote today of $2,000, which isn't bad.
$2,000 for the lighting, not bad, yeah.
Just for the lights.
The best thing is Staples was about to go there with 2 Vertigos, and that was it.
Yeah, I was going to bring some free uplighting. I'm like, whatever, and not even charge him. Like, look, I'll throw you a bone. I'm like, that's your lights. And like Stacy's dad, you say, we got lights, and that's what he would have got. But no, he wants to go, so we're waiting to get a reply. And in that 2K there's a decent finder's fee for me. So speaking of Interpol, anyway, that's the connection. Long drawn out story.
I'm surprised. Someone said DJ Vinny Vegas said 5K. I would have guessed at least 5K for lights at an Interpol show. So
you guys got to show.
Well,
me
if it's
you need to show me the lighting that you showed this guy. I want to see what it.
I'll have to send you the video of what he sent to me.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's at an Interpol show. We get it. You go to a concert, the lighting is just ridiculous. And you want this at a country club for a 50th birthday? It's a little excessive, but we're going to do our best to recreate it. We're just giving the guy a quote, and like there's no photos. He's going to have to go with it. There's haze and all that kind of stuff, and there's no haze. There's options. Smoke, for lack of a better term, haze. But yeah, so we'll see. The quote's out there, and we're just waiting for a good old guy who texted me at 7:10 a.m. on a Sunday. Yeah, we got anything on the lights yet? We'll see if he gets back to us with based on that quote. So there you have it. Real quick, Captain, when are you streaming? Can you let the folks know if they don't
this week's schedule? This week's schedule is a little bit changed. Typically, it's Wednesdays and Fridays, 4 p.m. Eastern, but I'm going to be streaming tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern instead because I have to go. I'm still in the process of moving, so I've got to schlep up to Huntsville area on Wednesday, and it's just too much to bring my gear to DJ. So tomorrow at 4 and also Friday at 4.
There you go. All right. So if you don't already, and don't make me say this just for the sake of blowing words out of my face. Follow him if you don't already. Please give him a follow.
Love Bunny did not put the shout out there for no reason, people. She's there for a reason. so that we can all follow Captain Jacktastic.
And
Hit
here's
that
the other
follow
thing. Here's the other thing with that. We talked about tonight. We're starting our first ever after party after the show, where they're going to raid over to my DJ channel, Djs93Rt. If you don't follow me over there, when we raid over, please do. So stick around for that after party. But then after this week, it's either going to be Ryan or it's going to be Dan, Mr. Impressions DJ, dusting off the tables, his phasers, and
Remember last week what I had?
yeah. How's that working out?
Straight. Hold on.
Yeah. Oh, we make him Dan. Yeah, Dan does stream, Virgil. Good to see you, buddy. He does. Dan used to do like countdown
I'm
streams on the
dusting
Twitch.
off. Hold on.
There he is. He's ready.
Lovely.
There you go.
Great with that.
There we go.
There you go.
It's
Well,
all dusted off, ready to go for 2 weeks from now.
he's ready to go. So follow Impressions DJ. If we could get
calling it
Dan a
sick
shout
puppy.
out in the chat, along with Ryan, myself, and let's do this. Let's do this because I like hitting all these buttons. And speaking of following streamers, ladies and gentlemen, times would Dan say George? I want to know.
George.
There it is.
That's what I usually scream in the bedroom over and over again. I'm just saying.
Oh, really?
I'm sure you do. So, ladies and gentlemen, DJ George Andrew, please follow him. We had a good time, George, watching your show last week. Everybody was in the chat.
Thank you.
hanging
Yeah,
out.
that was it was really
So-
nice to drop in
so-
and tune out.
Drop in, tune out from the dances floors across America, the decades, the 70s, the 80s, the
That's it.
noughties.
Exactly it.
who
Yeah, get out
doesn't?
of that rut and into the groove. Come on in.
Yeah, who doesn't like a little bit of the noughties?
I love it because Staples tries to not mock. He tries to
I'm
mimic,
serious, I love
not
it.
mock. It's mimic. He tries to mimic everything that George says, and it doesn't matter what Staples said. George will come up with new ones,
Something, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It comes up with something new. I love it.
Yeah, so
Love it.
follow all the DJs here if you don't already, please. Because, like I said, after parties, we're doing it. And
Yeah.
George is going to be doing it one Monday. Like I said, Ryan, Dan, everyone's doing it. All
Yeah,
the
I'll
cool
do it.
kids,
I'll
all the
do
cool
it.
kids are doing it. And then in the
Put 'em on
meantime,
sleep. Yeah.
yeah, catch them on the regular streaming times here on the Twitch. So there you have it. What's up, Georgie boy? How are you, sir?
I'm very well. Merry Monday.
Merry Monday. We tried to get Mrs. George to do the newlywed, not so newlywed game, but she's
Very
not one.
so newlywed. Yeah.
No,
George,
I
how many of those questions do you think you would have got right with her?
I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say, really.
He wasn't paying attention.
You know, they say opposites attract.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's it. Yeah.
Paula Abdul said it best. when
Yeah,
she
yeah,
said
yeah.
Opposites attract.
Yeah. We don't have the same music taste, movie taste, you name it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But, somehow it
All right.
works.
It works, right?
Yeah.
Do you show her your backside very often?
Probably, yeah. Probably do, yeah.
Look at you. All right. Yeah, good for you, George.
Been a
boy.
lot of years, decades, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Your backside to my backside from Florida across America. All right. So, in case you don't know, if you've been under a rock, and a lot of you people have been
Well,
here
just
for a
a
while.
quick one. I love Captain Jack Tastic's, high five.
Yeah.
And they just talking about Valentines and couples and all that. If I'm not mistaken, Every Breath You Take, Sting wrote that for his wife because we're going through a divorce. And
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I did not know that. See, that goes beyond my level of research. It's very minimal. I see the first thing that comes up on Google, and that's it. That's the
Right.
truth.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. It's like,
Okay.
they're going through a nasty divorce, I think. Yeah.
Thank God for Google, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I consult my AI overlord, and I just was like, I like to say on my stream often when it comes to doing things, if it stinks of effort, I'm just gonna move on.
Yeah.
But by the way, George, before you do your backside, are you doing 2 hours tomorrow? Are you starting at 9?
Yes, I'm going to start at 9:00 and go for a couple of hours.
Okay, good. Just wanted to ask that.
I enjoy it. I dropped in on yours on Friday.
Oh yes, that's right. You did. Thank you.
Yeah, I enjoy it. Very refreshing to hear some of those tunes. It's great.
Yeah,
See?
I appreciate that. Yeah, that was a good session on Friday afternoon.
And I dropped in on Saturday. I know you were on Saturday, but I couldn't stick around, so I was kind of
Yeah, I was before you came on. I was talking to everybody about that. I was really pissed off about that.
Yeah.
I was super angry. I was
Yes,
like, fucking
so mad.
George.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
So what happened again?
All right. Yeah, right. It won't happen again.
All right.
All right. So for tonight, what George is going to do, he's going to show you the backside of an album. And of course, folks in the chat have to guess who the artist is based off of your own asking of clues, whether you're asking about if it's single, band, solo, art, whatever. Ask questions in the chat. Wendy Miller won. Unfortunately, you cannot win today because you won last week. I still need you to send me your email address again, just as a reminder. The winner will get a $25.com Amazon.com gift card presented to you by our sponsor, Euro Express. Follow Euro Express official on the Instagram. And coming out soon, they're going to have the online digital magazine with interviews like with Simone Denny, Joe E, as some examples of some upcoming interviews. So compliments of Euro Express. Thank you for that. Again, George is going to show his backside and ask some questions in the chat. We'll help out with some clues. Winner gets a gift card. Unless you won last week, you don't get shit this week. There you have it. All right, Georgie boy.
Are you ready? Get set.
Yeah.
Go.
Ooh. All right. Is it a group?
It is a group.
There we go. That's first question.
Is that like a hotel lobby? Are they in
I
a
think
hotel
so, yeah.
lobby?
Yeah.
Looks like a hotel
I'm
lobby
guessing
from back in like the
mid-70s?
vintage mid-70s kind of. I don't know.
Looks like 70s.
This album came out in 1975. I just had this shocking revelation.
The album came out. The album itself came out in 1975.
Yeah, that's 50 years ago.
Jesus.
Don't
I was
say
like-
that, man. Fuck, dude.
Virgil's asking
My
if it's from the
birthday's
U.S.
coming up, dude. Why
It
you gotta
is.
say that?
Gotta be old.
I know. It was one of those moments. I thought, holy smokes, it's 50 years old.
Wh-
No, it's not from the US.
Not from the U.S.
Not from the U.S.
Not from the U.S. You can tell by the crown molding in the hotel there and the chandeliers. They are not U.S. standard.
Is Jack Nicholson in any of the pictures of the staff on the wall of said hotel?
It's not. Is it The Shining? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're
Yeah,
getting
that's
at,
what I was
Staples?
getting at. Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
Can I just say, as a quick
Staples.
side note, I'm going to step on some toes here. I wanted somebody to ask me how I met Stacy because I wanted to be like, oh, my Italian friend had a date with this Jewish girl and she didn't like going out with Italians because she was prejudiced against them. So I did my friend Tommy a favor by going on a double date, and that's how I met Stacy. But then I stood her up, and then she came after me saying, "Who do you think you are, Frankie Valli or something?" Anyway, go ahead, George. I'm sorry.
Name the movie, folks.
Goodfellas?
Nailed it. Anyway, just because we were talking about movies in The Shining, that's why.
Oh, right,
I'm
okay.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Right.
That was stupid. But go ahead.
Goodfellas or Star Wars? One of those two.
Definitely Star Wars.
Any other questions in the chat from the
I
U.S.? We
digress.
know it's not from the U.S.
Not from
Anybody
the
else with a
And,
question in the chat? OMG is
Any
not a question.
questions? OMG is not a question. Are they from England? Is it a UK
How
band?
bizarre.
They are not from England.
Not from England.
No.
Not a UK band.
No.
Somewhere in Europe.
Somewhere in Europe is correct.
They are somewhere
Ooh.
in Europe.
I don't know any other countries other than England in Europe. Are there more?
Apparently.
There's about 3, I think.
We have our first guess. Not a Girl ABC is guessing it is ABBA. Is it ABBA?
Is it ABBA?
Well, are you asking me if it was ABBA?
Well, you're the
Yeah.
one with the or that ding ding ding. Or
You're
the,
the one-
There you have it, Nata Girl B. Congratulations. Now, how did you know?
Wow,
Yeah.
that is ABBA. Wow.
Not to be confused with Ace of Base.
I was gonna say no, that it wasn't.
What led you to that guess, Nata Girl? We're curious.
What album is this, George?
It's just called ABBA. It's the one with Mamma Mia on it and SOS.
Oh,
Ooh.
It's the one prior to Arrival with Dancing Queen and what have you. And that.
Nata Girl, Nata Girl. I don't know if you meant to
I thought you
rhyme.
might recognize that. I didn't cover up Annifrid here. That's Annifrid.
Oh, she just took a random guess of a
70s band from Europe.
Yeah.
Very good.
I was gonna say Wendy Miller, if you knew the answer or not. before. Very good. What else is on that album? I'm curious.
On here, there's So Long, which is a cracking track. I Do. Rock Me's on here. I can't read some of these.
Not a Girl. He was saying it's
Man in the Middle.
It's just ABBA. The album
There's
is
a-
just called ABBA.
There's a bonus track on that album. Says, "God damn it, this IKEA furniture."
And it came with
Great
meatballs. did it
picture,
not?
though.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, congrats to Not a Girl guessing that one.
So now, the girl, in order to collect your prize, if you don't mind, send me a message on the Instagram. And if you don't follow me already, follow first and then send me the message. It's just easier with the way Instagram is set up. And then just give me your email address, and then I will send you out a virtual gift card. The same way I'm going to do to Wendy Miller 1 when I get the email address a second time. Of course, compliments of none other than our sponsors at Euro Express.
Way to go, Not a Girl. Congratulations.
Add a girl, not a girl.
Not a Girl, Not a Girl.
Congrats.
Maybe Not a Girl. Maybe Not a Girl can. I mean, if it's an Amazon gift card, I believe that you can purchase like food items from Amazon, because every time Not a Girl's on my stream, she's eating.
Hungry. She's eating.
She's hungry. It's usually her lunch hour, so we play a nice little sound effect of her chomping. So,
Ryan,
congratulations.
what do you know about gift cards? I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I know
What?
nothing.
Why? Why does he know nothing about gift cards? What am I missing?
Apparently last week. Holy jeez.
What?
God. It's okay.
I don't
Ryan.
remember either. It's okay.
Oh, fuck me. I don't know.
But I know there is a thing. But actually, why you mentioned that though, Brad, about the
Are you guys seriously not understanding what I meant by that?
No.
Mm-mm.
Anybody in the chat? Anyone? Am I dreaming this? Was I dreaming this?
I was
the
gonna-
gift card. You couldn't get the gift card working.
Oh, your Shoppers Drug Mart.
Oh,
gift
my
card.
Lord.
Depot.
Oh.
That's right.
Anyways, if there's anybody in the
genius.
chat who's looking, who has another show that I can jump on, because these guys,
Yes, because he'll do even less then.
Yeah.
Have at it. You can have them.
Totally forgot about that. Thank you.
Thank
Dan.
you, Lucky Lashes.
It's funny because you're talking about Nata Girl always being hungry. Stacy has a this like we could have put this in the game. Stacy has a, I don't want to say a habit, but she'll eat lunch and then she won't eat it all. She'll wrap it up and she'll be like, oh, that'll be for second lunch. And then so a couple hours later, she'll nibble on that lunch again. And then we'll go have dinner. She won't eat the full dinner. And she's like, oh, second dinner. And then goes back and eats it because she's always hungry. She's tiny. She's like 4'8", and she just eats constantly. I don't know how she does it. She's whatever.
That's like
She's not-
Hobbits. I think Hobbits and Lord of the Rings, they have like second breakfast or something, don't they? Who's in the
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings or something?
Does,
like that?
does she make it so she makes the meal like 2 times the meal so that she can eat it again later, is what you're saying?
Correct.
Does she leave part of the meal in the fridge? Do
Do
you follow that one, or do we need to replay the show again?
We got to replay the show. No, I don't think. No, sometimes it depends. Like if it's, as an example, if it's Chipotle, right? Eats a little bit, wraps it back up, just puts it aside. Doesn't have to go in the fridge, or get new, or get new shit. Yeah, that's happened a couple
You know,
times
it's
too.
it's a, listen. I'll say I'm a big, and the retro mix is gonna jump in because he's a dick like this. But I'm a big guy. Obviously, I eat. I love to eat. But my problem is if I ever have, like you just said, if you get like a whatever, what did you just say? A burrito? What was it?
Chipotle.
Chipotle, whatever. Okay, let's say you get a big burrito or something. I can't eat half or 3/4 of it and then just put the rest of it away. It's not
Well,
going to
that's-
happen.
no,
if you
I-
have your meal, you're going to finish what's on your plate. That's just how I eat. I just eat. You finish the plate. You can't.
It depends what it is.
Actually, that drives Mrs. George mad because I'll leave a little bit on the plate. I never actually clean the plate. Just go,
Right.
no, and I go, no, I just.
But then what do you do with the rest of the food? Isn't that too much like garbage, wasted?
No, I'll eat it, but not, you know.
It depends on the kind of meal.
Yeah.
If it's a
If any
burrito,
of you
or-
decide to come to my house on a Monday after a weekend where I've done nothing but work, and then Stacy comes over on Sundays, if you come to my house on a Monday, you will see veritable leftovers in my refrigerator. There's like 2 different brown bags. There's whatever, like I said, Chipotle, the local deli guy, like wherever we went out for it's leftover central snacks, you know,
Yeah.
some cookies, Pepperidge Farm cakes. Those things are the best. Love it.
Yeah, it really depends because if it's like a Subway sandwich, right, you can eat half of that and easy. But if it's like a giant plate of like a lasagna or I don't know, it might be a bit more difficult.
Yeah.
But I guess it depends.
Yeah. I don't listen. Now, here's the thing too: is I'm not saying that I eat the entire. I'll eat part of the plate, but then I'll leave the plate there, and then as I'm sitting watching TV over the next half hour, or whatever, I'll be sitting there munching on whatever it is. But I can't just put part of it away in the fridge unless it is something actually like pizza. Sure, cold pizza, throw it in the fridge, eat it cold later on, no problem.
Yeah.
No problem.
So let's do this real quick before I gotta shut this down and move over to that side. See, I got my camera behind me ready to go for the after party. That's it right there, ready to go. Just gotta plug that shit in.
Looks like it's ready to show your backside.
Yeah, it is. Going around the horn, what is your favorite food for leftovers? Us and the folks in the chat. Put in what your favorite leftover food is. Like Sarah said, right? Leftovers it's usually good leftovers, like a day or so after, depending on what it is. DJ Sam Games, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Pizza, that's a no-brainer. George, do you have a preference of what you like for leftovers, like your favorite leftover?
Not really. No, I've not really thought. I have to think about that one.
All right, Dan.
I don't know. I'd have to go to. I mean, you can't go wrong with pizza. You can't. There's
I agree.
nothing.
I agree.
You know,
Ryan.
I'll have to say chili because I find that when I make chili, and I like making chili. When I make chili, it's better the second day, so it's leftovers and it's better because all the flavors have come together. Ideally, if you made chili and only had it the next day, it'd be best. But hey, practical doesn't work out like that. But that's a good one. Right?
Yeah, chili is a good one. People in chat.
A lot of people in chat are saying that chili the next day.
Chili. Yeah. Chili is also one of my favorite things when I do go camping with my friends. If we make chili on the open fire, big pot.
Oh yeah.
And my good friend Frank, who's not a Twitch guy, but anyway, Frank will break huge pot, pop it on the fire. Like we got the wood going, puts a grill. It's very ghetto. It's nothing fancy. It's a legit campfire, and they put a grill down. Then he puts the big pot on it, and then he puts all the chili ingredients, and he just lets it cook on the fire. It's fantastic.
I bet.
Oh, it's so goddamn good.
Does that taste a lot different from putting it on the stove because it's over
a little bit? Yeah.
I have to hit on some of the people in the chat who are saying lasagna and pasta, things like that. I'll tell you right now.
Pasta or pasta?
Pasta. Listen, you got to pass on the pasta after it's been a day in the fridge because that gets hard. It gets a little crunchy too much. Even if you put it in the microwave to warm up or whatever you want to do, it's you just can't do that. It's especially lasagna, the edges get a little too crusty for me, not my liking.
And here's another thing: pizza as well. If you're going to have leftover pizza, you don't put it in the microwave the next day. You should put it in the oven because otherwise it'll just turn to a sloppy mess, right?
Yeah, I heard something about that. Putting it in the oven with some water or something like that works really good.
What do you do? 10 minutes in the oven at 350 or 250? What is it? Me out.
Yeah, like 275 for 10 minutes or 8 minutes.
Okay.
Just get a feel for it. Just get that crispiness back, right?
Yeah.
Lex, the Italians agree with me. The Italians say, make it fresh pasta. That's what they want. You know what the best food is? Leftovers in the freezer?
What?
Ice cream.
That's not really leftovers, though. You just don't eat the whole thing at one sitting.
Can't go wrong.
And I should mention as well, Lucky Lasher, she doesn't like leftovers. She doesn't like the aroma. She mentioned this to me the other day. She doesn't like the aroma of food in her house and Elvis Costello's feet in that Pump It Up video.
Because the feet like this.
They're weird.
Yeah.
And aromas from leftover food. So there you have it.
All right. Yeah. I know you've mentioned the feet thing a couple times on the show.
Yeah.
Good old Elvis Costello. Lexi, no way, is saying don't use the microwave, guy. Okay.
Yeah.
You're saying don't use the
regardless.
microwave.
How else are you going to heat it? You put it in the oven. Even if you put it in the oven, you still get crispy.
Crippy.
No.
All right. So let's do a quick shout out one more time to the folks in the chat. Do you want me to do this day in music before we get out of here?
Would love for you to do this day.
Yeah,
music.
you guys cool with that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
We got 20 minutes before the big after party, which I hope everyone hangs out for. Open format.
I cannot wait for them to see how huge this after party is and how big and what you have planned. And if you're not sure, folks, I'm telling you, stay tuned and get ready.
It's massive. There's going to be clowns.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And
midgets.
Dancing elephants.
What's that?
Dancing elephants.
There's going to be green alligators, long neck geese, some humpty-back camels, and some chimpanzees. Everything. See what I did there?
Does anybody else know that song except you and I?
Well, obviously, I know the four of us shouldn't obviously know that song.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do this. Here we go. On this day in music history in 2005, Prince topped Rolling Stone magazine's annual list of the year's biggest money earners after his 2004 tour grossed over $90 million. Madonna came in a close second place after earning $54.9 million, and Metallica came third with $43 million. That's 2005 in Prince. There you go. What else we got? In 2005, oh, George, you like this one. 2005, Roger Daltrey of The Who was awarded the CBE by the Queen of Buckingham Palace for services to the music industry. George, do you know what CBE is? Because I know. Yeah. I know what CBD is.
CBE, I don't know. Like Order of the British Empire, and MB, a member of the British Empire.
Ooh, so it's something British Empire, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same thing they put on HP sauce. They put that. that little
Americans won't get that. That's great.
Yeah, but that's been taken off, you know.
Is it?
Yeah, I think Charlie doesn't. It's like by appointment. It's what they say.
Yeah,
like by royal appointment or something like that on the neck of the bottles, right?
Yeah, like they use it. Can you get HP? Can you get HP sauce in the States though?
You can. It's just not as predominant. It's certain places will have it. It's not like Heinz, you know what I'm saying?
And you guys have more like A1.
Yeah, correct. That is correct. That's correct. In 2001, Eminem, police were investigating him over suspected drug offenses after he appeared to consume ecstasy pills and encouraged the audience at his Manchester show, interesting, to take drugs. And over 100 gay rights protesters picketed the show as well. Well, what does he care? He was on drugs, so that's cool. 1998, Axl Rose was charged with disorderly conduct following a row with a baggage handler at Arizona Airport. Rose was later released on bail. A couple more. 1997, Blur released their fifth studio album, as well as lead single Beetlebum, reaching the top of the UK charts. The album also reached top 20 in 6 other countries. The success of song 2 led to Blur becoming the band's most successful album in the US, where the Britpop scene had been largely unsuccessful. And last and not least, CBE is a commander of the British Art. Oh, thank you, Mix Matt. Thank you. Thanks for adding that. There you go. On a special edition of the Oprah Winfrey Show, Michael Jackson gave his first TV interview for 14 years live from his Neverland Ranch. That's where he
remember that.
Yeah, that's where he touched the kids. I'll do one more. Paula Abdul in 1990 started a 3-week run at number 1 on the U.S. singles charts with Opposites Attract. See what I did there?
There you go.
Thank you, Guy. Her 4th U.S. number 1, a number 2 hit in the UK. And there you have it. That's this day in music history. Paula Abdul, Opposites Attract. Giddy up. Wow. Look at that. Oh, I can do one more. Can I do one more?
Sure.
All right. I like this guy. 1998, Terence Trent D'Arby, the debut studio album by Terence Trent D'Arby, introducing the hardline, according to Terence Trent D'Arby, was at number 1 on the UK album chart. It featured the hit singles, ready, Dan? Wishing Well, US number 1, If You Let Me Stay, and Sign Your Name. The album spent a total of 9 weeks, non-consecutively, at the top of the UK chart. D'Arby legally changed his name to Sananda Maitreya on October 4th, 2001, explaining Terence Trent D'Arby was dead. I loved Terence Trent D'Arby. I'm not gonna lie. So there you go. That's why
he's dead. Did you say he's dead?
Well, kind of, sort of.
Oh, not like he's in the ground.
Terence, the human is still alive, but the persona is good and dead.
Gotcha.
Speaking of wishing well on Terence Trent D'Arby, there it is. So listen, we're going to do the after. Thanks, Guy. Can I go? Can I leave my show now? Can I just leave and get?
Are you allowed to?
Am I allowed to leave?
It's more so. Do you trust us?
Take your Chris is like, take your time.
We're gonna talk about you as soon as you leave.
Take your time. He's not live yet. Yeah, let's talk about that cocksucker. What do you want to say about him? I'm gonna leave. I'm done with this show. I got other buttons I got to go push. Give me, I don't know, give it a minute or two. I'll let people know in the chat when we're live. So stick around. We're going to do a full hour. I'll request. Don't bombard me with requests and say please and thank you. Don't be dicks. I swear to God, I hate that. Like if I'm on Tom's channel, Retro Mix, it's all requests, right? People just like play, like they don't even say play this. They're just like Tears for Fears. Everyone wants to rule the world. Yeah, great song. What do you want me to do about it? How about please and thank you? It goes a long way.
Dear Staples.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So everybody
Staples.
on the
Thank
chat.
I always wanted you to play Tears for Fears. Everybody wants to rule the world. And now that you're doing an all request show, it's the time to do it. Please and thank you.
That's all. That's all. A little please and thank you. A little common courtesy goes a long way.
It does.
All right, folks. I'm out of here. You guys can stall. I'll see you on the other side.
How long you
very,
need, by
very
the way?
quickly. I don't know. Give me a minute and a half or so. 2 minutes tops.
All right.
I'll
Give you-
come
give you
join
5.
this chat and let you know that I'm ready to go.
We'll give you
Alrighty.
5.
Stick
See you
around
in a
for the after party, folks. Maybe even I'll play some Rick Springfield for what's his face, Chris Gayman. There you go. All right,
There
I'll
you
see
go.
you shortly. I'll see you on the other
But-
side.
All
Let's
right.
hear it for our host with the most, Mr. DJ Staples 93. Looking forward to the after party.
Yeah.
And
And as far as your show tomorrow, George, what is it you have lined up? Anything in particular, or is it totally off the cuff?
It's kind of off the cuff. It's kind of here. It's like scribbled down like that.
Oh, he's got some
Amazing.
notes. That's more than I do for my
Amazing.
streams.
Yeah, I used to have a, like a, a structure, and then I embellish it. I add meat on the bones as we go along.
Right.
by
As
the way,
one should.
George, I was gonna make a comment about something that I saw in the back there, by the way.
What's that?
Oh, where am I? Here we go. Maybe if I stop that. I saw an album in the back there.
Oh,
Pump up
And I was
jam.
very intrigued with that one. Little Technotronic. One of the songs, one of the albums that made me want to become a DJ too.
Because it's kind of messy back there, so it kind of.
It covers everything up. Let's
Yeah.
see that. Hold that one up. I want to see that one.
But this is look at that. It's dropping out. It's a well-worn copy that I used back in the day.
Yeah.
So what was that about? 89, 90, 91? When was that coming out?
89 or 90.
Yeah.
I think it was 89. Was it not in the 80s? This is going to be
Yeah.
a whole 89, 90 thing again. I'm going to end up losing. I'm not even going to bother.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to ask. I'm not even going to say anything there. That's
Because
okay.
it was around there. Because when I started DJing, living on campus,
It's how is it that he's frozen now? Like, is it where he passed it? Did Staples pass it on to Captain Jack Tastic now? Where you froze all of a sudden now? Is it like,
oh, so you didn't get any of what I said? No. I
no,
seem to be
we
told.
didn't.
I can see
No,
a year here, but it's like a line going through it. I think it's 89. Yeah, 89.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because what I was saying before I froze is when I started DJing, I was living on campus at University of Toronto, and the guy in our house we were living in, he was the DJ for the house, and I was learning on turntables. But that song was, I was practicing on that on turntables because
On
at the
turntables,
time there were no
yeah.
CDJs, right? So yeah,
Yeah. Nah. See
Very
that
cool.
that excites me. That interests me. I just like I said, one of my first songs that made me want to become a DJ.
Everything was getting pumped up the volume.
And
Well,
what's the other one beside it? The one in the red?
Oh, that's Cameo. It's like a mega mix.
Ah, Cameo.
Mega,
Never would have guessed.
Mega
that one.
Mix
See,
2.
that would have been a good backside too.
is that Word Up?
I think that's on the first Mega Mix. This is all single life, back and forth. Oh, Word Up is on here, yeah.
Yeah. What was that jock device he was wearing? Does anybody?
Codpiece. I don't know.
A cod piece?
And Cameo was what? Or that was Word Up was around 87, somewhere around there.
Oh yeah, this is
86,
an
yeah.
English copy. I mean, again, it's like falling out. So my copy, it's a UK pressing that.
His
His
cock piece.
cock piece.
So I was still in England, so it was definitely pre-87.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, Staples is ready to
Yeah.
go. So
We are. So before we head off, we're just going to Valentine's. So thanks everyone for joining on this Valentine's edition. Very happy everyone was able to join out. Shout out to everyone in the chat who joined us today. Shout out to Disco Vinny and John. Thank you once again for joining, as well as Stacy. We had a lot of people in the chat here. Of course, we had Wendy Miller, Victor Dancer, Chris119, and of course our mod Love Bunny. Thank you to the two of you for joining. Margarita Mel. We also had Lucky Lashes in the chat. Lexi523, what up, girl? Not a girl, at a girl. At a girl, not a girl. I like that one. That's the way to do it. Disco Vinny, Vinny Vegas. See, I see Vinny twice there. Vinny Vegas in the chat as well. Thanks to each and every one of you. Make sure you guys do stick around. We're going to raid in just a moment to the one and only DJ Staples 93. Shout out to Virgil Magsino in the chat as well. Who else was in there? Who else did we have out there today? I'm just kind of scrolling through. See, Bluebees, of course. See, we have the list. He has the full list. For him, it's easier because I got to scroll through everybody. And everyone else. If I missed you, I apologize. Like I said, I can't do this as well as Staples if it's not my channel. Have a great Valentine's, everyone. Catch you on the flip side.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.